Hey, but how old were you? Like when you first had like Kentrell?
I was 25 when I had Kentrell. And
who was the oldest?
LaShonda. I had her when I was 22, then 25, and then 28. Like, I'm really not a whore.
Hey, but you waited till you was in your 20s,
yeah.
huh? And so how was it like growing up and like being one like young mother in Baton Rouge, Louisiana?
I mean, it wasn't hard at all because when I went to work, my mama always watched my children for me. And like, if they got in trouble at school and I was at work, then my mama had my back. It's always good to have like a support system.
Right. Cause you know, like, because the world, like, but when they hear your son rap, but they probably like try to paint a picture and really don't know, like, but they don't really know that you always talk to them, and you usually on the road with them. People don't know that.
I hope to tell my children with me. Like, my children have always lived with me. Like, they went to my mama's house when I was at work. Kentrell might have stayed over there a little more than my other ones because my mama, she was like, my mom was sick. She had sugar, like she like Kentrell would stay with her and help her sometimes. So, but most of the time my children was with me.
Okay. Well, but we won't hear this out your mouth. Hey, but actually, like, how did Kentrell actually had an accident? But when he put the things on, he had the things over here.
He was playing with his friends. They was wrestling, and you know he fell off the bed. Like, I guess he tried to do some move, and he fell off the bed and broke his neck.
How old was he when he broke his neck?
He was 4. Because they, like, when we first
he was really young.
When I first went to the hospital, it was like it was a little fracture or whatever, and it was a whole week. He kept saying his neck was still hurting and stuff. They had to think. So when I went back, they said it was actually broken. And it was like, well, fracture is a break, but you know, if it was fractured, why you didn't put the halo on the first time?
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, I want you to like paint the picture, like, cause you know, because this world, like portrays your son as this monster. Like, they were this monster rapper, but who all the kids love, but like people don't know, like. But Kentrell actually love kids. Every time you see kids,
like
he give them stuff.
Me and my child, we both Libras, and we give the energy that you give us. If you give me a bad energy, I'm going to give you a bad energy. If you give me a nice energy, I'm going to give you a nice energy. And you have to be like that, because why would I allow somebody to get really, really close to me if you mugging me? Like, you stand in the corner mugging me the whole night, then you walk up to me, nah, I ain't fucking with that. Like, go back over there, because you give the energy. Like, we can feel your energy. Right. And that's how that is.
But the crazy part is, all 3 of your kids are different.
Yeah, they're completely different.
People.
Yeah,
like T. Lee, I swear she wasn't your child.
She quiet, she laid back, and Kendall, he like his
Kendall still trying to figure himself out.
Yeah, Kendall, he like cars.
He don't hear that though.
Yeah, he like cars and stuff. He take care of his baby, and Kentrell, he do Kentrell.
It's funny because I remember when he actually told me he got someone pregnant. I'm like, dang.
Don't be doing all that.
Like, you still a baby. He ain't want to hear that.
Yeah.
But now you're a grandmother of.
I got 12. I got 12 grandbabies.
It's how do you like able to juggle your day with just all these like? But is it more like a daycare?
It's like I always have at least 2 of my grandchildren every single day. The most I probably have all at one time is maybe 5. But
who you have the most with you?
I have Kendall baby, T. Lee baby, Star Kids, Tay Tay. I have them the most.
And that's a lot juggling all of like being like a young grandmother.
No, it's not, because I be like, sit your ass down.
And you still trying to I'm like date.
Huh?
And you still trying to date.
Let me tell you.
But how do they feel like when their grandma trying to go on a date?
Well, I haven't been on a date. I haven't been with nobody in a year and a half. And I'm really and truly like 100%, you know, I still love my last friend, but it was just like you don't just stop loving somebody like that. So until I find somebody that I trust again, and until I find somebody that really and truly, like, I feel like ain't no games gonna be played, then I'll be ready.
Nolazine, make them scream. Nolazine. Make them SCREAM. Scream. Nolazine, make them scream. You heard me.